pass this to Miss Bella or Mr. Ken.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we can open that up to
Alright.
anybody. I've done a lot of talking already, so feel free, guys.
All right, so Sir Ken, do SMEs need to do their own marketing?
Okay, so I think SMEs will have a big gamut of sizes. So some businesses perhaps will be able to afford to have their own marketing departments, but we all know that the long tail of businesses are what we call micro SMEs, and perhaps they might not be able to afford doing this, having their doing their own thing because we really want them to focus on running their businesses. What is good though is there are tools which are available, which are free online. We have a tool in Google called Google My Business, and this is also one tool that we're helping even the micro SMEs to do their own marketing and at least put their businesses on the map. That's one. For businesses which I think are really perhaps we don't have the capability, we would actually advise to go with partners like Globe in terms of helping them make the most out of the web. And I think Globe has been really been almost offering this one-stop solution. And I think for those kind of businesses, you would rather have that capability. You'd entrust with partners who really know how they could do this.
All right, thank you very
Just
much.
adding on to what Ken was saying earlier. So what we saw also as a trend is that micro businesses, it's also hard for them to do it themselves. So do it yourselves is not yet something that they are accustomed to. So they still need hand holding into becoming digitalized SMEs. So that's the role that we're trying to take. We're seeking to really understand their needs at Globe My Business and to handhold them into being a digitalized SME. So aside from being a one-stop shop, as Ken mentioned, I guess the advantage also with partnering with Globe My Business is that we are able to provide also after-sales service. So because when you do it yourself online, what if you have questions, you don't know how to do it, then it would be hard for you to ask anyone. So with Globe, you can just call our hotline and we can assist you.
All right, there you go. Any more questions?
Hi, hi. Yeah, because from the past forums that Globe had before now, you guys mentioned I think San Juan, the website and everything else. That's part of. There's a free trial that new postpaid subscribers for Globe business gets free trial and dual number, right? And you mentioned that you guys are helping SMEs, micro SMEs specifically to get into the digital side. So the website is there already, right? Besides that, what other marketing platforms can you help us with? Because like us on our side, we help a lot of small companies for their social media management, monitoring, and everything else. Are there specific programs or services that Globe is looking at into providing SMEs to be able to interact on the social media platforms?
So just to highlight what you said earlier, we have basic core services. Like for example, our postpaid lines now come with a free trial to a web page. So we customize the web page just for SMEs, and we offer a 30-day free trial because we want to like show them what the benefits are of using a web page. So that's for core. But as Ron mentioned, we have also launched different services, both productivity solutions and also marketing solutions that we think could really help the SME. So maybe Raisa, you can tell them about the marketing tools that we have, specifically AdBlast.
Okay, so under the marketing suite products of the solutions division of Bloom My Business, we do have the My Website. So apart from just the one web page, that we can also provide different packages under My Website. So if you want to include Google AdWords, if you want to include AdBlast, which is basically branding your text messages and sending it to a database that Google can provide for you. We have a package for that, and it includes website trafficking as well. So those are the kinds of things that you can bundle all together when you get My Website. So apart from that, I had mentioned AdBlast, and we also have Text Connect. So if you're the kind of business that is pretty aware of your customers' information and need to touch base with them and just reinstate their try to promote their loyalty towards your brand, it is something that you can avail of as well.
The website really is the starting point for any marketing plan of a business, right? It's like saying you need to build the house before you start decorating it, right? And the website, or before you start having guests come over. So the analogy there is obviously if you're a business and you want customers to come to you, you first need to have the basic infrastructure in place to make that happen. That's why the website is the starting point for any marketing journey that we want to take our clients on. As we get that up and rolling, we think that there's a huge potential for us to introduce a whole bunch of other services. So what Rise has provided is maybe a 6 month to a year's view of where we want to go in terms of the solutions we offer. But really the possibilities are limitless. If you look at social media trends today, we're very well aware that a lot of Filipinos are on social media, are on Facebook, are sharing pictures on Instagram. So we are having conversations internally inside Globe to say, how can we build the right solutions that allow businesses, SME businesses, to be where the customers are, right? And so we want to take our time in introducing the right solutions because for us, we have to be very careful that we don't intimidate our SMEs with very high price points. The whole idea of our marketing mission is really to create sachet-based marketing solutions. We're actually very inspired by how Unilever has sold shampoos, which is really sachet-based, right? If you can't necessarily sell someone a bottle of shampoo, you can definitely sell them a sachet. We apply the same rationale to marketing. We can't necessarily sell SMEs expensive marketing campaigns, but if we do it in a piecemeal approach and if we make it affordable, then we can really build more traction with our clients. So that's the way we think about our marketing offerings to SMEs.
There's always that clash between. I'm sorry. Yes, there's always that clash between the traditional marketing and also the digital one. So, with this one, how do you persuade people to go digital, especially that there's still a lot of people who are really, really new in terms of, let's say, even computers, even the internet, the basics of the internet. So how do you provide solutions for that?
That's a very good question. So I think first and foremost, part of my talk this morning was all about telling our SMEs that digital is not future but today. You may be surprised. Nielsen has already estimated that there are about 50 million Filipinos online and growing by almost 10 million Filipinos going online almost every single year. So if you have half the country which is going already digital, any business should be an online business. Because if you're not, it means that you're not catering to half of the consumers. So one part is about the numbers, in terms of number of people who are online. The second part is how much do you spend online? And in the Philippines, we're almost close to 4 hours a day, 26.7 hours per week are spent online. So it's not just the sheer number, but how much time they spend. And what is changing is not just about, a lot of aspects are changing, but the big change that we're seeing is the path to purchase of people buying has also changed. In the past, when you see an ad, you go to the store, you buy, you try the product. The big difference now is there's a concept called zero moment of truth. What it means is, once you see a stimulus or you need something, you actually research online first before you buy the product or you go to the store. That change is something that SMEs have to really learn because Filipinos are now becoming more savvy because they're becoming smarter in the way they use technology so that they're more informed when they make that purchase decision. So if you're not present digitally on that zero moment of truth, then you're really missing out on that path of purchase. Almost like you're saying, I'm not open for business. And I think this is one of the burning platforms, the reason why we're all here, is how do we educate businesses that digital is not something that you do in the future, it really happens today.
Thank you for that question. I think it's a really good question. I think digital media, but digital advertising, online advertising has a few advantages over traditional advertising for SMEs. I'd like to name three things. The first thing is it's much more cost efficient. As SMEs, what we try to do is target sort of the 1 or 2%, the people who really can potentially buy our product, who really want our product. We're not at the scale where we can serve everyone yet. We're trying to become that scale. And online marketing, by allowing us that much more targeting, makes it much more efficient for us to reach our potential consumers. The second thing is just the structure of how you pay for online marketing is very different from traditional marketing. For traditional marketing, you have to spend a lot up front. You have to produce the ads, and then buy the airtime, and then over the next year or 2 years or 3 years even, you get sort of the returns back. With online advertising, how much you spend is much smaller upfront, and how quickly you get it back is also much faster. And that leads me to my third sort of advantage of online marketing, which is the control and agility you have. As SMEs, we cannot compete with these big, gigantic, traditional media and the big companies. What we have over them is our agility. We can change directions very fast. And online marketing allows us to do that. If an ad doesn't work, overnight we can close the ad and then change it. We can test 10 ads at the same time. And that's something which, some companies, big companies can't even get 1 or 2 ads approved within 1 week. As an SME, you can approve 10 ads, test them all overnight, and the next day run with the best one. So those are the 3 reasons why I think online marketing works better than traditional marketing for SMEs.
All right, any more questions?